Hello guys, and welcome back to Moto Addictions. In today's video, we are going to be taking apart this 1983 185S, and I already made this video. I made it, the file got corrupted, and I was trying to upload it, deleted it, so I'm making it again. So I'm going to take it apart and show you guys what's inside, what to look out for when you're cleaning your own, you know, just the little stuff like that, but I'm not going to clean it because I already did it. So, let's jump into it. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take off, disassemble your throttle assembly. So you got your cap, got a spring, and you got your slide if it wants to come out. Here you go. Slide, maybe I should clean it again. You got your slide. Then you got your 3 screws on the bowl that hold the bowl on. You want and your bowl comes right off. Alright, so when you take off your bowl, this is what you're going to be looking at. You're going to have your main jet, pilot jet, fuel mixture screw, float, your float needle, and your float pin. So actually, let's take off the float first. So your float pin's right here. You just want to push it out with something. Comes out the other side. And that is your float pin. And you take off your float, and you have your float and then your float needle right there, and I'll explain what to do with that when you're putting it back on. So set those off to the side. Alright, then you're going to want to take out your main jet next, and sometimes you can get out with a screwdriver, sometimes you can't. See, like this time, see how the top's unscrewing but the middle's, the main part of the jet isn't. So you want to take your wrench, and I thought it was an 8mm, but I guess not. I lied. Turns out that it's a 7mm, so just take that. Once you break it free, you can just take it out with your finger. But so you're gonna take out your main jet, set that off to the side, and then you're gonna have a screwdriver, take out your pilot jet. Set that off to the side. And then you're going to take out your fuel mixture screw, and it's right here. Your fuel mixture screw actually sticks out even when you have your bowl on, so you can adjust it while your engine's running. When you take your fuel mixture screw out, you're going to want to count how many turns it takes to put in. So it's like this, so you're going to go 1, 2, and then it stops. Yeah, 2. So it's 2 turns out from being all the way in, and that's your adjustment. You kind of want to keep around that, just so you know you had the same adjustment from when you had it on the bike. So then you want to unscrew it all the way. And when you take it out, there's going to be a teeny tiny washer that's on it. And there's going to be a spring that's in there. Let's get it out. And you're going to have a spring. Alright, so now that you have the carburetor disassembled, you can start cleaning it. What I usually do is I just dunk mine in my huge thing of carb fluid. And it just sits in there for like 15, 30 minutes, depending on how bad. If it's really, really bad, it'll sit in there for longer. But you just kind of have to judge and use it, and based on how bad the carburetor was. So just a few things you're going to do before you start cleaning it is make sure that you take off the rubber seal here and the rubber right here, because if you dunk those in the carburetor along with your float, it'll literally eat right through them, and then the gaskets are literally worthless and you have to go get new ones. So that's a little tip for when you clean your stuff. After you're done cleaning, to make sure that you clean properly, make sure, see how you can see through all the holes in the jet? Make sure that you can see through both of the holes. See, these holes are a lot bigger. So make sure you can see through them. That's a good indication that you got everything clean, because usually that's your issue. That or this little pin right here, your needle, is getting stuck, and you're either starving your carburetor or you're flooding it. So that's a good indication to tell you your carburetor's clean. Now we're going back and reassembling everything, and it's really, really simple, straightforward. Just put everything back where it came from. Make sure that when you screw in your jets, that they set, you screw them until they stop and don't push them any farther. So. Boom. Jets are in. Next, we're gonna go to the fuel mixture. So, since it was 2 turns out, what we're gonna do to make sure we get our thing right, our measurement, I guess you could call it. You could go all the way in. And then you go 1, 2, and that's about where you were, and then you can kind of work from there to make sure it's idling right and everything like that. All right, next we're going to put our float back on, and so you want to take your float needle and you want to put it right in that slot. So you put it in your slot and it should hang there like so, and then you put it in the hole like, well, maybe like so. So then your needle's right in there. Then you just take your pin, line everything up, and boom. Now make sure that it moves freely and it doesn't stick anywhere. That's a good indication that it's clean. All right. Next, you're just gonna have to put your bowl back on. So, boom. Then put your 3 bolts back on. Bowl's on. You're done with that. Now you're gonna flip it back over, and you can see that dot right there, and this dot and slide need to line up. And then it should, when they line up, it slides right in. Put your spring in and screw your cap back on, and we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked today's video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment what you guys want to see next, comment your thoughts on this, just anything you guys want to say, ask me any questions. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.